it's V, and I'm back with another video. Okay, I did say I was going to do the one chip challenge and I punked out, but guess what? I punked out. No, but seriously, I was going to do it over the weekend when Miss Nia, my 3-year-old, was out with Grandma Julia. She was getting her hair done and spending the weekend with Grandma, with Babe's mom. And we ended up doing a lot of deep cleaning that we usually don't get a chance to do because Toot is like super active. That's why I call my baby, call her Toot. So she's super active. She's always running around. So we did a lot of deep cleaning, moving furniture, doing dusting, getting under couches, getting under beds, made Jordan really deep clean his room. So we got a lot done. And after all that, we were just like pooped and kind of sat around the house and just kind of enjoyed, you know, not having to keep up with the 3-year-old. So that's what happened over the weekend, but I will say I punked out. I'll say I punked out because I didn't do it on the next video. But anywho, so I'm doing a quick recipe today. Toot is actually here. She's on Showtime. My daughter, my 3-year-old, she hasn't taken a nap since she was about 1.5 years old. She goes to bed pretty early. It could be anywhere between like 7:30 and 9. Sometimes she has her days where she'll just be sitting in her bed and she'll be up and she won't go to sleep. But she pretty much goes all day, falls asleep pretty early between 7:30 9 o'clock, and then she sleeps till about 10 o'clock the next day. Her routine is a little bit messed up because I'm between clients right now, so she doesn't have the same routine she used to. But right now she's having what I call chill time. So she's in my bed, she has her drink, and she has her videos on. So I was like, okay, well, let me make a video real quick. So anyway, if you saw my New Year's Eve video, we discussed like resolutions, and I said I'm not a resolution person, but I have started fasting. I did a fast right before my wedding, and my fast for the New Year's, and I do fast for about 30 days. I try to do at least 2 weeks, but my goal is always 30 days. So my fast for the New Year's is low carb. So, and it's not, I'm not downloading an app. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm pretty much happy with the size that I am. I could lose a little bit of gut, but you know, getting older, whatever. So my goal is to just cut carbs and just be more conscientious of all the carbs that I put in my body. So I was looking up a recipe, and I was also keeping in mind, you know, what would my kids eat? Now, Babe is a vegan, so this is not something he would eat. But this is chicken bacon ranch, which is a pretty popular flavor with children, myself as well. I love chicken bacon ranch combo. And so we're going to do a casserole with it. And I just found this by Googling kid-friendly low-carb meals. So I like this recipe out of all the recipes I looked at because a lot of this is pre-prep stuff. So for example, you just cook up any of your favorite vegetables, excuse me. So my son is like the biggest fan of broccoli. So I just cook some frozen broccoli. You just prep that, cook that, no big deal. Depending on the recipe, what you look up, they suggest about 4 or 5 cups. I think I did like 3.5. So half a broccoli. Of course, chicken bacon ranch, main feature is the chicken. And I did this with a rotisserie chicken, which is awesome. Rotisserie chickens will cut a dish in half. You don't have to bake. You don't have to really season it. Now, I season mine because I'm one of those people, like whenever I make a layer of anything, I like to season every layer of it. So I use very little salt and pepper on my broccoli because this has bacon in it, and we know how, you know, salty bacon is. But for the chicken, I did add a little bit of salt. I added pepper, I added onion powder, and I added garlic powder. So we also have, I did about 6 slices of bacon, so I have that chopped up, and it also calls for minced garlic. You can buy minced garlic, but I like fresh garlic, and you can put it in a food processor. You just cut it up really fine. So we have that. And then it also calls for a combination of mozzarella and shredded cheese, and I have a lot left over from the holidays, so I have that. And then I have an extra thing of cheddar because I like a lot of cheese. And then, of course, you choose your favorite ranch. I just went with the Kraft Classic Ranch. I chose this because that's what Babe bought when we went to the grocery store. But it also says that you can use a seasoned pack ranch as well. So this is so super easy because all we're doing today is combining it in the ingredients. I have my oven already heated up to 350 degrees. Everything is pretty much already cooked. The bacon's cooked. You have your rotisserie chicken cooked. You you know, major frozen vegetable. They say you use cauliflower, vegetable medley, whatever vegetable you prefer to this casserole. All you do is blend these ingredients together. You stick it in the oven, 350, 15 minutes, just enough for the, you know, cheese to melt, everything kind of get together and get all bubbly. And that's it. So that's all we're doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. La, 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 la. And I actually have one of these foil pans. I know a lot of people have the glass casserole dishes. I don't do a lot of casseroles. I don't own my own casserole dish. Maybe I should. But all you do is add the ingredients. And like I said, I had this foil pan left over from the holidays because I did so much cooking for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. I got tired by New Year's, y'all. I was going to do the black eyed peas and greens, you know, the stuff you cook for good luck for the holidays. And I just said, I'm tired. So I have like these little foil pans left over that you can get at the grocery store or, you know, your local Dollar General kind of store kind of thing. So I'm just blending all the ingredients together, making this easy peasy, 1, 2, 3 easy. So, you know, I always tell you guys when I talk about my kids when it comes to food, they kind of don't eat a lot of meat. Like, they eat chicken in the form of a chicken nugget. And my son is like a seafood person and a vegetable person. And my daughter, she's a fruit person. She loves a lot of fruit. And she likes a lot of like bready things. So we give her like organic Nutri-Grain bars, you know, kind of things of that nature. She'll eat a grilled cheese. She really doesn't eat hot dogs, you know. So when I make big casserole dishes like these, if my kids don't end up liking them, I ended up taking it to my mom and dad's. And so that gives my mom a day off from cooking. Because obviously, like I said, Babe is vegan, so he doesn't get to actually enjoy dishes like this that I would enjoy. Sometimes I get surprised and Jordan's like, oh my gosh, this is really good. I made a mushroom risotto and vegetable stock for Babe, and it had like different mushrooms in it, just your regular portobello, your white mushroom cap, a little shiitake, and I made it in vegetable oil. I made it with the intention that Babe could eat it to make it vegan, and my son ate it up. I mean, ate it up. Hold on, let me throw this away. I'll be right back. So anyway, so sometimes I get surprised when, you know, especially with my son, because he is super picky. Like anything I make seafood, he's gonna eat it. It could be broiled shrimp, any kind of fish, battered, boiled, fried, whatever it may be, he'll eat it up. And vegetables, he'll eat vegetables up too. But like chicken, beef, pork, the main things a typical American family would eat, beef, pork, chicken, they don't mess with it. And that's what I grew up eating, and that's what I like. So, you know, I rarely get a chance to make my kids, and I'm shredding up some bacon as we're talking, where the whole family eats it, especially because Babe's vegan too. But I got excited about this recipe. I was like, okay, I know this is a flavor combo my kids eat. And after we finish this, I will update you all and let you know if my son liked it. So I have everything mixed up here, as you can see. And now we're just going to add kind of like the binder, the liquid part of it, which is just the ranch. So again, you guys can use a dry ranch packet. That gives the chicken an extra layer of flavor. Again, I season my rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken is great, but the actual meat doesn't have much flavor. It's usually the only flavor that's in a rotisserie chicken is going to be the skin of it. So once you start picking through, you just have a really good baked chicken, but it needs that additional layer of flavor, in my humble opinion. But anywho, I am just mixing this up and adding some ranch until it has like a nice blended consistency. It doesn't need to look dry when it goes in the oven. It needs to look a little bit moist, and then we're just going to add some cheese on top of it. So I am just blending, and once I have the consistency of what I think looks right, I will show you once again. And again, super easy prep meal because your rotisserie, excuse me, your rotisserie chicken is already cooked. You pre-cook the bacon, so everything you're putting in the oven is already cooked. So you're just looking to kind of melt the cheese and bind everything together. And super easy. I used frozen broccoli. And you can use any vegetable. I use broccoli because that's my son's favorite. And that takes what, 6 to 8 minutes to cook. Rotisserie chicken, you're not cooking that, you're just picking it up. My bacon, I always put I'll say 85% of the time I put my bacon in the oven. I don't like getting popped by hot grease, y'all. I really don't. And bacon comes out, to me, just as good in the oven as if you fried it and you don't get popped. You know what? I got a story for y'all. I was making, before I met my very wonderful husband, it was just me and Jordan. And we were in Virginia, in small town Virginia, a town not too far from ours. There's a bunch of little towns around here. So anyway, it's the morning time, and Jordan was little, like maybe 6 or 7. So I'm cooking us breakfast, and I just have on a t-shirt and my drawers, y'all. Okay, now it's just me and my son. My son's little, so it's not like y'all hear my baby? So it's not a cry. But I'm making bacon. And I take my bacon out the oven, you know, because I like making my bacon in my oven. And at the time, I had a glass casserole dish. And I'm making eggs and I'm making pancakes. And I took my bacon out the oven and set it on my stovetop because it was time for it to come out, right? Okay, so what happened was I had baked my eggs and I forgot to turn the stovetop off. So I put a hot glass on top of a hot stovetop. And I'm just, you know, kind of moving around doing my thing. And the whole glass explodes. And I had glass literally melted into my skin. Because it shattered and it burst and it was hot. And I just had my cheese and rubber drawers on. And I was literally peeling glass off of my skin. And I said, okay, I did that. I did that. So not a really good experience, y'all. It was not good. Lesson learned. People make mistakes. I was moving too fast, I guess. I'm just going to add a little bit more ranch and I think we're good. And I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. Just mix it up. Looks good. Mix it up. I always get a little nervous the first time I try a recipe too. And if y'all know a recipe that I should be trying that you think my kids would like, or you think my whole family would like, keeping in mind baby's vegan, please let me know. You can comment. All right, so this is the consistency that I have right now. Get stuff out the way. You see how I got a little bit moist? And then we're just gonna top it with some more cheese. I like cheese. All right. This is my amount of cheese. Look, y'all, if y'all don't like cheese like I do, you don't have to add as much. Okay, so look, check it out. All right, so popping that in the oven, letting everything melt and melt together for about 15 minutes. I will be right back to show you the final product.